What's up YouTube, Cryptic TCG coming at you today with another deck profile. Today I'm going to be showcasing Yubel. This is the list that I took to my OTS championship that was last weekend and I got top 4. It's the deck that I've been playing for this format. It's the deck that I'm most comfortable with, and I feel like after we get the ban list in late August, this deck is probably going to be the best off after the hits, because I feel like Snake Eye's going to be taking a lot more of the flack than this deck is going to be. It's a super solid deck. It's a bit different to my previous list. I've changed a few things, changed the ratios up a bit, and some cards I just weren't comfortable playing anymore, and I rehauled the side deck. But yeah, let's just get into the profile. To start her off, same as always, 3 Samsara, best star in the deck, gets you full combo of 1 card. 90% of the time this gets ashed, but you know, in the rare occasions that it doesn't, it's just full combo on its own. But yeah, amazing card. Then for the Dark Beckoning Beast stuff, we play the 2 Beast and the 1 Summoning Beast. I've tried ratios of 3 Beasts, not really a fan of it. When the ban list drops, and if they put open into 1, we'll just put this to 3 and just play those ratios, so it doesn't really change much for the deck. But yeah, so the 2 Dark Beckoning Beast. We are playing Fiendsmith, so the 3 Engraver, just another 1 card starter for the deck. This just does so much for you. This engine's silly, very, very silly, but we're going to play it regardless. And then for the Yubel monsters, we're on 2 Spirit and 1 Terra Incarnate and 1 OG. With the ratios with this, I did originally have it at 3, but just to cut down on space in the deck, because this is a 41 card deck, I've cut this to 2. I didn't miss the 3rd. I think 2 is perfectly fine for the combos you're going to do. If for some reason in the ban list this goes to 1, it'll be a bit more annoying, but we can still play with it. But 2 I think is the optimal ratio, especially if you want to fit as much non-engine as possible into the deck. And then the 1 and 1 just standard ratio stuff. Then the Yubel monster support, so the 2 Grave Squirmer. 3 is too many, 1 is too little, 2 is just right. You search it throughout the combo and it just gives you a lot of grind games. So, and it lets you dodge hand traps a lot on the Spirit. Another thing that comes up is one of my matches was against stun. So in order to get Yubel to resolve under skill drain, you just activate this and then you chain. So this is destroyed so it can resolve, so you can get access to your Phantom, your Nightmare Pain, which is a big thing. Then the 1 Shavara and the 1 Fable Lorry, these are the so-called like searchable bricks of the deck. Even then, both of them are fine to open. Really, this is just still full combo, and this is just to dodge more hand traps. I can see this getting banned as well, but more likely Yama would be banned if they wanted to hit this deck relatively hard, which would be annoying, but again, the deck's still not dead. Hand traps, on the 3 Ash, the 3 Nib, 3 Imperm, and 2 Veiler. I wanted to fit as many hand traps as I could into the deck without shooting the deck size up to an exorbitant amount, so it's 41 cards. MVP of the event was Nib. This card just did so much work. As crazy as some people think this card's not relevant right now, it lowers the power of a lot of decks that you go against that have high ceilings, especially against like Memento. This like cuts down what they can perform. By the way, Memento I think is going to be a crazy deck next format, so keep an eye out for that. I might have a list up on the channel for that. But yeah, so these are the hand traps. I think these are the best ones to play currently. If I'd fit more, I'd probably fit a 3rd Veiler, maybe Mourner's if I could find some more room, but it's just not possible. This deck is super tight. Then on to the spells, so the 3 Nightmare Throne and the 1 Terraforming. This card is insane, the amount of value this gets you, and if you've already opened combo in hand, you just do this, send a Spirit in deck, or destroy a Spirit in deck, summon out Yubel, make Phantom as your first action, then you're insulated from hand traps unless they have multiple. But even still, it just puts you in such a good position having this card. Also the grind of putting back Phantoms. I was in a Labyrinth matchup where I summoned Phantom 6 times just from putting it back off of this over and over again, just to outgrind when you're under skill drain. It just does so much for the deck. Then the other spells, 3 opening. Like I said, if this goes to 1, we'll play 3 Beckoning Beast. It's going to be a bit worse, but it's fine. This card's insane value. A lot of people don't banish the Nightmare Pain, so adding it back off this, so then you can just kill them out of nowhere is really good. Also, a lot of people don't know that to open in is activate this card once per turn, but if you've already had one from previous print and you activate the other, the rest of the effects that opening does are soft once per turn. So you can add back a continuous spell twice, you can revive twice, and obviously on activation you can search. So it's just a crazy card in general that just generates so much value. I feel a lot safer when I have this card. Then for talents and call by, these are just more non-engine spell cards that we play. Talents came up a decent amount. I'm not sure if I would replace this with hand traps. One thing I'd really like to fit if I had room would be Bestials, because Bestials are crazy right now. But I feel like having the hand traps plus talents was better decision for the weekend. But overall, I think I'd enjoy testing Bestials instead of some of the hand traps. But we'll see how the format shapes up after the ban list. And then the one call by, this card should be banned. It's a crazy card. Regardless of how much it helps the deck, I just don't like this card in general. If you call by Phantom, it makes me incredibly sad. Then there's two searchables, the one tracked and the one pain. Pain just lets you steal games out of nowhere, and tracked is just full combo on its own. So again, just a crazy card. And then the last brick is the one trap. I saw this so much, but you have to play it. It allows you to play around Dark Ruler. Granted, not many people are on Dark Ruler, but it's just something to keep in mind. So yeah, that's the main deck. 41 cards. Not much I'd change except for maybe hand traps, and depending on the ban list, what we have to change in engine. And onto the extra deck. So let's just get the stuff out of the way for the Fiendsmith stuff. I mean, it's all incredibly standard. Yeah, so you basically just lose half your deck to Fiendsmith. That is currently how the format works, and it's crazy. One benefit about Yubel over Snake Eye is if Beatrice gets banned, which it probably will be, just because Aerial Leader exists, we're kind of exempt from that hit. So that's fine. But yeah, overall, just Fiendsmith stuff. Then for the links, so the one link for the one apple, then the two Unchained links, Yama and Rage. I can see Yama being banned just because it's a crazy card in general, and it just enables Fiend Link to push through hand traps a lot more. It's kind of like your plan B after going through Moon fails, then you just make this, and then you just do a linear combo that way. And the one SP, standard stuff really. And then for the fusions, just the two Phantom. If I could fit a third, I would, but two is fine. Eventually, probably not this list, but this is going to go to one. It's just a crazy card. You should not be able to summon this as easily as you should. If your first action is just make Phantom, then just combo off, it just feels so, like, not fair for the opponent, and I can understand it. Then for the two XEs, the one Caesar and the one Rudris. Crazy card. Rudris does so much, especially against the stun matchup, because they didn't realize it pops a make when this XE summon card is destroyed. The fact that it's just basically every line of text is also followed by destroy one card. It's just a house. This card just wins so many games on its own if you get access to it. Such a strong card. But yeah, there's nothing I'd change about the extra deck. I cut Almirage because it didn't come up nearly as much as Appaloosa did. Just having leftover material to go into this. If this gets banned, I'll probably put Almirage back in, but other than that, that's fine. Then onto the side. So spoiler alerts, we are playing Floodgates on the side. Anti-Spell and Rivalry. They're just really sacky cards that if you draw them, you kind of just win the match. Hopefully these get banned. I don't enjoy playing Floodgates. I think no one enjoys playing against Floodgates, but it's just something you just have to put into the deck this format. Then for the back row removal, we were on the 3 Cosmic and the 1 Duster. Like I said, I played one stun matchup. It was my only loss because game 3, the last 4 cards in my deck was this. So I was just apparently just fated not to win that match. Just didn't see any removal, and yeah, it happens, but that's fine. So the back row removal. Then probably the cringiest card in the side deck, Spooky Dogwood. This card comes up, unfortunately. Time rules, something needs to be changed about them. I don't think they're going to be changed. I also don't think this card is going to be banned, but it's just something you have to play, unfortunately. Especially with Fiendsmith, if you're close to time and they go first, they're going to burn you for 12, so you have to mitigate it. So you play the Dogwood. Then Mulch Army. This card was crazy every time I put it in. This originally was evenly matched, but I wanted... What I've found is with this deck, you struggle to push through boards a bit more. Other than the times where you can just set up Nightmare Pain and just kill them, you just need more resources, and I felt like this was the best thing to give you resources back. Instead of having board breakers to try and push through the board, I'd rather have this to just give me full access to all of my tools. So this is a crazy card, especially when we get the new one. That card's going to be insane. And then the last 3 cards is 3 Droplet. This was my out to Quackimero Draco against Tempai, because that card just holds this deck, and other than the Imperm that you have, but normally you have stuff on board, so that doesn't really matter. Unless you Ash the Seals Engrave, this is kind of like your only out to actually like turn it off and allow you to play. So I just needed something for that matchup. But overall, I'm happy with the side deck. There's nothing really I changed with it. I think it's pretty solid. It's hopefully the ban list fixes it so these are gone, so I can put something else in there. But for now, this was it. But yeah, overall, that's the deck. I really enjoyed playing it. I'm looking forward to playing it in the next format, and hopefully we're gonna have the ban list relatively soon, and then we'll be able to experiment with what new stuff we can play in Yubel. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Any suggestions for improving the deck, let me know. I'm more than happy to hear people's comments about it. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace.